As you know, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 just came out and there's been a lot of hype around it with the huge folding screen. I'm going to tell you today why it's not the best idea for you to go for the Galaxy Z Fold 4 right now, and instead go ahead and keep your S22 Ultra or make the jump to the S22 Ultra if you have an older phone. And with all that being said, let's jump right into the video. So between the S22 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Fold 4, we're going to go over the overall design that they have, the display sizes that they have, the cameras and the differences. Really quickly we'll touch on that, as well as the battery life that they both have. And then I'll talk about my personal thoughts of which one I think is better for you. And as an S22 Ultra owner for the last 6 or 8 months or so, I'm going to tell you my experience of the S22 Ultra and why I'm going to be sticking with this phone until possibly the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So number one is the design. Why do people want the Galaxy Z Fold 4? Is it because of the price, which is $1,800 versus $1,200 for the S22 Ultra? No, it's not the price. It's because of that beautiful design that it has. It has that folding mechanism, and you can have basically two phones side by side connected by one single display on the inside for all that content consumption and video games that you want to play on your phone or any other productivity that you're doing. Now, I would say for someone that loves the Note devices, the S22 Ultra is basically a Note. It has the built-in S Pen. It's a big screen as it is without having a fold. It's 6.8 inches, so really I think you're going to get just as much use out of that screen as you are with the Galaxy Z Fold 4. So first, let's talk about the design. The S22 Ultra has a 6.8 inch screen. It has a beautiful backside that's a matte color. I have the graphite version, which was a exclusive color from Samsung. And it has those 5 cameras on the back, which are all separated lenses, which I think looks really cool. And then for the Galaxy Z Fold 4, it has that front screen, which is a little narrow, but it is wider, which is great to see from the Galaxy Z Fold 3 from last year. So it's definitely going to be a little more compelling this year than it was last year, just because you have a lot better ratio on that main screen that you're going to be using most of the time. Now when you open up the display, that's where it gets interesting. You have a 7.6 inch screen, which is probably the biggest that you've seen in a phone. For reference, the iPad mini that just came out a year or two ago, that is a 8.3 inch. So 7.6 inch, 8.3 inch, really not that much different. It's almost a tablet size, having the Galaxy Z Fold 4 open with the screen. The next thing is both phones do have wireless charging, which is awesome, and they both have USB Type-C, so not a lot of differences there. So with those differences in displays, that's where I see if you really want to have a bigger screen and you're willing to pay $600 or $800 more for a phone just to have about a 0.8 inch bigger screen, I think that's the only use case where the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is probably worth it. Everything else as far as specs go, the S22 Ultra way outperforms the Galaxy Z Fold 4. So as far as cameras go, between the S22 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Fold 4, the S22 Ultra way outperforms it as far as specs. Starting out with the wide camera, it's 108 megapixels on the S22 Ultra, which I have found, being that my daily driver is the S22 Ultra, the camera is incredible. You can change it from 9x16 or 3x4 to 3x4 with 108 megapixel, and it is just insane. You can take a picture and zoom way in and you still have that amazing clarity if you wanted to crop a specific part of your photo. The next camera is the ultra wide camera, and they both have the same camera there. It's a 12 megapixel camera, so no difference that way. The telephoto camera on the back is also both 10 megapixels, so same there as well. But I find the S22 Ultra has, with the 10x zoom, it's incredible. It's a lot better than what you're gonna get on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. So you can have really good pictures all the way up to 10x zoom, which is quite a bit. And I'll show you on the screen what 10x looks like. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the wide angle for the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is 50 megapixels, and the wide angle for the S22 Ultra is that 108 megapixel camera. Now for the selfie camera, this is the biggest difference for the cameras other than the wide angle, and that is between the Galaxy Z Fold 4. It has a mere 4 megapixels with that under display camera. That's like back in 2010. That's what camera megapixels were at. Really not great. You don't even want to use that, but it is cool that it is under the display. Once you open that up, you don't have that little camera hole on your screen, and it's a lot better than the Galaxy Z Fold 3, which they tried to implement that technology on. The selfie camera on the front display of the Z Fold 4, however, is 10 megapixels, which is not bad. You're going to have pretty decent quality that way if you have your phone screen closed, but then again, you might as well just have a normal brick phone because you won't have your Z Fold 4 open when you want to use that small camera in the front. Now the S22 Ultra has an amazing selfie camera. It's a 40 megapixel camera, so that is huge on a Galaxy phone. Really any phone, it's unheard of to have such an amazing selfie camera on the front. A 40 megapixel camera. Alright, so the next category is battery life. Now being an S22 Ultra user, I haven't had any complaints with my battery for the S22 Ultra. It has lasted all day, and it should, because it's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So between the two devices, the S22 Ultra has the bigger battery with 5,000 milliamp hours, and the Z Fold 4 has 4,400 milliamp hours. So with those two displays, it definitely takes up a lot of space for the battery to have that hinge in the middle. You can't fit quite as much battery in that type of display, or in that type of device. Whereas the S22 Ultra, being one solid brick, it has a big battery. And really quick, as far as weight goes, it's surprising that the Z Fold 4 really isn't that much heavier than the S22 Ultra. The weights for these are 8 ounces for the S22 Ultra and 9.28 ounces for the Z Fold 4. If you don't know already, the colors for the Galaxy Z Fold 4 are gray, green, phantom black, beige, and burgundy. And some of those are only on Samsung.com. And then for the S22 Ultra, there's phantom black, phantom white, burgundy, and green. And then there were other colors. I have the graphite color, which was an exclusive from Samsung.com. So the last thing I want to talk about before I wrap this video up is the price. Now, for the Z Fold 4, you know it's going to be a premium device. It's going to be something that you want to make sure you're keeping protected because it's expensive. It starts at $1,800 and it can just go up from there between what type of storage you want to get. I will say the one thing that you have going for you right now, if you are so set on getting the Galaxy Z Fold 4, is there are great trade-in values right now up to $1,000, so it can make it a little bit easier for you to make that purchase. So if you just jump to the end of the video to see what the summary is of this, I'm gonna say it again, the S22 Ultra is gonna be a better bang for your buck. It's only $1,200 to $1,300 depending on what version you're gonna get. It's a great device. The S Pen is included inside of the phone rather than having to have it on a case. The battery life is gonna be way better. The screen, it looks amazing. It's super bright, 120 Hertz display, which is adaptive. The cameras are way better than the Galaxy Z Fold 4 with a 108 megapixel camera and a beautiful front-facing selfie camera with 40 megapixels versus the 10 megapixels on the front of the Z Fold 4. Make sure you guys let me know down in the comments which phone you guys own right now, and are you thinking of upgrading to the S22 Ultra, or are you going to go with the Z Fold 4, bite the bullet, and just pay that extra money for that bigger screen? Let me know again down in the comments. Again, after a lot of thought between thinking about upgrading to the Galaxy Z Fold 4, I have decided to stick with my S22 Ultra for all the reasons of the way better specs, as well as not having to pay that huge price tag for something that is not quite as good of a phone other than that big display. I think what you should do if you're in the same boat as me and you have the S22 Ultra already, I would wait until next year when they come out with the Galaxy Z Fold 5, which hopefully they have that S Pen integrated into the body and somehow have a bigger battery for that huge screen that is on the inside. Make sure you watch this video up here about one of the coolest cases for the S22 Ultra. And with all that being said, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.